Yeah, sure. So just being totally candid, like I had no idea it was going to play out this way, and definitely not when I was in college. And so I think some of the best things to do early on are to just try as many different things as possible. So that's like the first thing I say. Just try as many different things. One of the things I was lucky at, I was, just lucky in Maryland is that a lot of the business school classes were Tuesday, Thursday only. So I was able to do a lot of internships Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whether it was locally or in DC. And so I did a bunch of random stuff where like there was a semester where I was like working for Aflac with like insurance sales, which was miserable. And then I was doing like private wealth somewhere and asset management somewhere else. And doing a lot of those different internships kind of showed me what I wanted to not do more than showing me, oh yeah, do this thing. It was really good to just meet a lot of people and learn like what I didn't want to do. And I also just pick up skill sets along the way. So that I think is one thing, just have an open mind and like try as many things as possible. You're not really going to be able to do that after graduating as much, but you still can. The other thing I'd broadly say is like, it's related to the first thing, but like when you find something that you're doing, just it's worked for me and it's kind of how I thought of it. Just commit to it for a set period of time. I think we kind of live in a scenario today where no one wants to commit to like one job or one thing, and a lot of different roles. And so it's hard to think like, oh well, I could go be doing PE at Blackstone, or I could be at Greenlight, or I could be doing some entrepreneurial thing. And if you're always thinking about that, you're never really going to be present and getting the most out of what you're doing in that moment. And so I think it was what was really helpful for me. Not that I knew all this when I was doing it, but when I, was doing a lot of these internships, I hadn't mapped it out. I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to do these 6 internships and then going to end up at Goldman Sachs. Like, no, it just one internship led to the next. And then that internship led to the next one. And there was, points where when I first started like my wealth management internship, I was really bad at it. I had to do a lot of like, reports for like financial analytics, and I wasn't good at it. Like I made a lot of mistakes, but over time I got better at like literal attention to detail type things. And then I was like, well, I probably don't want to be doing something like this. So then I ended up going to an economic research firm, which was a lot more intellectually stimulating. And so just trying a lot of things and saying, for this period of time, I'm going to commit to this. And 9 months in, you're going to, get a bunch of headhunters being like, why don't you go to PE right now? And that's great. You can do that. At the same time, you're going to get a lot out of it if for some period of time you say like, even if I'm going to go to PE, like I'm really going to buckle in here and try to stay committed, do everything I can. And if you really kind of commit to that thing, once like, okay, now I'm going to go to PE, you'll have a lot more to show for having done that.